friends, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be sharing with you 3 of my kids' favorite lunches. So make sure you stick around and watch. So I decided to ask my kids what were their favorite lunches that they enjoy when I am home. My kids came up with a pretty nice long list, so I decided to chunk it up in different videos, and for this particular video, I am going to be doing 3. I think I'm going to be doing 3 at a time. Let me know what you guys think after this video. Did you enjoy it? Would you like to see more? So when I am full-time at home during the summer or during the weekends, these are the type of meals that I typically make my kids for their lunches. However, when they are homeschooling with my husband, I pack them a lunch. I actually make them a little bento box, use the bento boxes, and I actually make a little lunch for them. So let's go ahead and get started. So first up is going to be an Italian grilled cheese, or you can also call it a pizza grilled cheese with some sauce on the side. To start off, we are going to start by buttering our skillet, and then we are going to prepare this just like we would a grilled cheese sandwich. We're going to place our bread on the skillet, and I'm going to be using mozzarella down first. Then I'm going to be adding some pepperoni slices, and I'm going to top it once again with another layer of mozzarella cheese. Now, if you choose, you can use the Italian blend cheese as well, and that works just as good. I'm going to then lay the top of the bread on top, cook it for about 2 to 3 minutes, flip it on over. If you have to adjust your heat and put it down a little bit because it's getting too hot, you can do that as well. We're going to bring it over to our counter, and using my pizza slicer, I am going to go ahead and cut it into quarters. Then I'm going to be using some leftover sauce from yesterday's meatball sandwiches that we had. You can simply use marinara sauce as well, and that's going to be our dipping sauce. Our second lunch is going to be Puerto Rican cheese dogs. These things are super yummy and so easy to make, and I had shared this previously in my channel. My first step was to heat up my hot dogs. I put them for about 45 seconds in the microwave. Then after your plantillas are nice and thawed, you're going to go ahead and take them out. All right, I'm going to be doing 3, 2 for my son, 1 for my daughter. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my American cheese. I'm gonna slap it right there in the middle. You're gonna see how easy this is. You're gonna take your hot dog, you're gonna place them in the center. Then you're going to take the plantilla, and you are simply going to roll it nice and tight like this. This is almost like piggies in a blanket, except 10 times better. What we are going to do now is, I like to twist my ends like this. Different people do theirs differently. And then for over here, I just press down a tad bit just so that when they're frying, this part does not become undone. See, just pinch them like this. I'm going to go ahead and heat up our skillet or your frying pan, and you're gonna take your oil. I'm going to be using about 1/2 inch to 1 inch. So I'm gonna have my heat up on like a medium high. I don't want these guys to get burned. I just want them to get nice and crunchy on the outside. I know my oil is ready when I put a tip in. You see how it starts to bubble? That will let me know that it won't get stuck in the bottom. We are going to be frying each side for about 1.5 to 2 minutes until the whole cheese dog is golden. Once all around our cheese dog is nice and golden, we're simply going to take them out. And now is going to be time to enjoy them. And our last lunch for today is going to be quesadillas. And with these quesadillas, we are going to have some yogurt, some veggies with ranch, and some sour cream. So let's go ahead and see how we are going to make this happen. The very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my stove to a medium or medium high, but for now I'm going to start at a medium. I'm going to take my stick of butter and I'm going to add that to the bottom of my skillet. And I'm going to let that heat up for a little bit. In our house, Corn tortillas is pretty much a staple. We love using corn tortillas. I don't ever use the flour tortillas. Maybe once in a while there is an exception, but my kids always prefer the corn tortillas. I've actually tried giving them a quesadilla with a flour tortilla and they completely dislike it. And I think part of the reason is that I always use corn tortillas because they're gluten-free. So this right here is a favorite for my kids. So I'm just simply going to let my skillet heat up a little bit. And once that happens, I'm going to take my corn tortilla, I'm going to place it down, and I'm going to be using the Fiesta blend shredded cheese. We love this stuff. You can put as much cheese as you like. This is just the amount of cheese I'm going to be using, and I'm going to place the top one. You're going to notice that as it gets warmer, the tortilla that is in the bottom is going to start shrinking a little bit. We are simply going to leave it there for about, I'd say 2 to 3 minutes, and I'll be checking on it, and whenever I see that the bottom is ready to flip, we will flip it. All right, it's been about 2 minutes, and I look at the bottom, and you see how beautiful it is. I'm gonna flip it over using my spatula, and then I'm going to add just a tad more to the bottom of your pan. Now, if you see that it's smoking a little bit too much like mine is, I put the heat down a little bit. This is the butter. Butter burns very, very easily. It also gives the quesadilla such a good flavor. I always love to use the butter. Whenever I use that spray oil, it just doesn't come out as good. Like, I feel like the butter gives it a nice golden coating and a nice little like salty flavor. I turned down my fire to a low just to let my skillet cool off a little bit. I'm using a cast iron, so it retains heat very quickly. If you're just using one of the other ones, you might not have to do that. Just use your judgment. All right, my friend, it's been about 2 to 3 minutes so far, and the bottom is looking absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see from there, but I'm going to place it over to a plate. And you can continue doing as many quesadillas as you would like, and I'm going to go ahead and do one more for my daughter. All right, now I have my 2 quesadillas ready, one for my son, one for my daughter, and I'm going to be using my pizza cutter for this. If you don't have a pizza cutter, I strongly advise you get one. I love this thing. I use it for, pretty much to cut anything for well over 10 years. So I'm simply going to come here, line them up, cut them up. Now I'm gonna cut them up into 8 pieces. I'm gonna place them on the plate right here. I actually have these 2 little cute things. Then I'm going to go ahead and add a little dipping sauce for the veggies here, and a dollop of sour cream. So I am going to be serving my quesadillas today with some yogurt, broccoli, and carrots with ranch for their dipping sauce, their quesadillas of course, and a dollop of sour cream. That is it for today's video. If you have something you would like me to show you how I make, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. I love to hear from you. Well, thank you so much for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye.